Thanks for staying with us. We took a story about the Nigerian Railway Corporation where they suspended a couple of their staff who had some kind of racketeering going on with tickets, train tickets. So usually when you go to the train station, you're supposed to go to the ticket booth to pick up your own ticket. In this case, I remember the report the person said was that she got in there about 3:40. The train usually leaves by 4 p.m. So by 3:40, you might think you're already running late. So she was walking towards the entrance, and then one of the officials who had an official outfit, told her to just go straight into the train. Of course, the train had already arrived and people were already coming in. And it asked her to go to carriage 7, the 7th carriage. And some more people being asked to go into that carriage. Anyways, as she sat down, she realized that everybody within that carriage didn't have a ticket.
Yeah, so she kept saying, I don't have a ticket. Every official she met, she mentioned that.
Yes, kept telling them, I don't have a ticket. They kept saying I was okay. Eventually, they came to her when the train started moving. They came in and started collecting money from them. They collected 18,000 naira for three, I think of 3 or 4 people. I think of 4 people, she said. That came, so I know I had paid, I had paid about 6,000, I think. That's for the business class. I'm not sure if this was the business class, but business class is about, so I think it's, yeah, that green cover, I think, is the business class. So that's 6,000 naira for 3 persons. So they collected the correct amount, but the cash was coming to them, not obviously to the corporation.
That's a woman.
So now, according to her story, by the time they got into the next train station, more people came in, but I think they didn't have seats or something like that. So it got all confusing. But the point is, why are we like this? I mean, that's the question. We always say, we the people. So we have this beautiful train route that we're all celebrating. Oh my goodness, I can go to Lagos-Ibadan very easy. I went there, I've been there back and forth, and we're all celebrating this feat. We shouldn't be celebrating really, but hey, we are thankful that we have it. Now, we now have it. We the people are frustrating the efforts of government. And people are worried that this is our blue line that just started from Marina. We hope somebody will not start doing something.
This is Nigeria.
Yeah, this is Nigeria. Don't say it cannot happen.
The state in question.
Amen. That's all I will say to you.
The state in question.
The state, it cannot happen.
Amen.
Because of the cowrie card, right?
No, because of the payment system.
Yeah.
My husband has been using that train every morning that I come. I have to drop him at the train station, and I'm impressed. I've not even mentioned it as my banter at how the business is run. So by 6:20, they start to call you. By that time, you're supposed to have already, used your carry card. Nobody pays or receives cash.
Yes.
But at the Lagos-Ibadan train station, I went on that train station when the former sector commander for Lagos buried his dad in Ibadan. And I paid cash. In fact, I'm someone who doesn't do cash.
Cash, exactly.
What was annoying on that trip was that if you don't get cash, you have to go outside. There are POS businesses that have empowered. You go and withdraw cash. And if you are behind time, you're trying to catch the train because it will leave at 4 on the dot from Ibadan back to Lagos. You would have to,
Yeah. You will be rushing.
I think
you can even fall victim to fraud. Yeah. Then when the person you're paying to is collecting so much cash, then we all leave. How are we sure? Because I traveled on the weekend.
Of course, the money is not going.
I traveled on a Saturday.
The government.
How are you sure? No, Friday morning. How are you sure that the person will make it to the bank when banks have already closed at 4? So some of these details, it was so untidy from the beginning to the end. Whereas the blue line that you're talking about, they did not launch that blue line until somebody was on this show here, talked about how the carry card was going to operate. Yeah. So they knitted up their business. You cannot even compare.
So it goes again that government has no business doing business. Really, they have
the Nigerian Railway Service had this issue even in the past. How do you put the human factor, you allow the human factor to come in? It's the same this set of people who removed diesel from train. And said that the train was going and it ran out of diesel. And they stopped it until they came in a car to back up the train on diesel. Human factor.
Yeah.
Let me take human factor.
Let me take
confirm, but I've heard that there have been complaints that the train also stops to pick up passengers.
Not at the train station.
Not at the train station.
Thank you.
Stop.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So the people that once they hand over to Nigerians, they will convince them.
Let me take this call, YK. It's been holding for a minute. Hassan, I believe. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Hassan calling from Abuja.
Abuja, go ahead, please.
Exactly what happened in this train issue. That's what I wanted to complain on the passport, international passport.
Yeah.
Human factor. I believe the minister has tried a lot, and he has done the best in clearing a backlog. But way forward, one element you will remove completely from passport in the issue of passport in Nigeria. Human factor should be removed completely. Everything should be done online. Biometric, everything should be done online. Apart, because I believe most of the staff there, they cause a backlog just because of their own personal interest.
All right,
Now
thank you.
the same thing happening again in the train station. Beautiful programs, beautiful projects from the government. But our efforts always to sabotage government efforts. I don't know why in Nigeria. I don't know why.
Thank you very much, Hassan. Go ahead, Mariam. So is that part of sabotage that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was going to ask is, you know, because these things will happen, what are we going to do and how are we going to stop it? Because we can stay here and rant, but if we don't do something to put a stop to it, it's going to, what starts small becomes...
Yeah.
So-
Like, let me give you two ways. Number one, CCTV camera is important, maybe not in every single car, but at least in the train stations, number one. Number two, as Nigerians, we also need to stop this idea of the fast way or the better way. Because really, if your consciousness is that I'm in a train station, I would rather go to the ticketing booth. Because no matter who calls you, go to the booth. That is where has been assigned for you to buy a ticket. But because we always think that there's always somebody that can help you out to make it faster,
But
quicker.
remember what you said, she was running and the man said, no, go to the train, go to the train.
So you are
She
approached by
didn't-
people in uniform. So you trust their direction.
Exactly.
But she did something.
So she did something where she took a video. So she mentioned every step of the way, I do not have a ticket. And then she took a video. So we need to be our police as well. You know, it's good that she was able to take that video to sort of, vindicate herself. Then, finally, if we have videos, if we have evidence, please do the proper thing and prosecute those who have, who are caught in this corrupt
Yes.
behavior. Because what we tend to do is to feel sorry for them. But this person is such a nice person, he did not mean it. Please forgive the person. And if you never send the right message to the next person, and before you know it, you have a system that completely falls apart.
One thing I heard the minister say was what she has done now is she has secret shoppers. So going through the airport, going to the passport office, so you don't know who is coming.
Good.
It's better.
So NRC, do something.
Yeah.
Do something like that. Have secret shoppers. If you pay me,
Let me take Hassan. He's been holding for a minute. Another Hassan. Good morning, Hassan.
Nobody will ask me.
Good
What
morning,
is it? They'll
everybody.
know you are-
Morning. Go ahead, please.
It's a very good thing that happened to NRC on Lagos-Ibadan Island. But what we are discussing today has been happening on Kaduna-Abuja route for many months, even before the incident that happened on that way. Look, from Kaduna to Abuja, if you don't know anybody, you understand, or you don't have money to pay to the highest bidder, you understand, you will not have access to the train from Kaduna to Abuja. The same thing is happening from Abuja to Kaduna. So when you are talking about this corruption, and when you succeeded in getting on board, you will now realize that a lot of seats were empty inside the train, while many people were stranded in Kaduna station and also in Abuja station. You understand? That is what is happening. It's a corruption. And we have to fight it. If we don't kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. Good morning.
That's where technology plays a part. That's how the cowrie card works. So, I mean, as much as it might be difficult in some communities, but we can actually get everybody to have a cowrie card, put money in it. You don't have to collect money because these people are also taking advantage of the fact that you have to pay. And just like you said earlier, they don't allow you to pay by using your card. At train stations, I was shocked. Somebody told me and I thought, no, it doesn't happen. Once I went there, they said they demanded you have to pay cash. Why must you pay cash?
I was shocked because
even the officers can siphon the government's money.
Yes.
And take it to their house and give them, tell them only out of 100 people that came, only 20 came.
to fail from the get-go. from the beginning, because that train was not that many, up to 3 months old when I took it. I was so excited to go and find a way to join it. The rush at Yaba in the morning, because the way it was built, we had to get off the public bus I took and go and take a bike to make it for the time, because it will leave at 8. And then you are rushing. You're trying to get on the train. Someone is telling you, no, you can't swipe a card. There's a queue for everything. Then you have to climb the staircase. You are dealing with humans at every stage of the entire transaction. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be allowed. If you are coming in with your car, there should be a place you can park. Although I didn't check for that before I went.
So there is.
Yes.
We have a good experience. I didn't go on the train. My mom and her grandchildren last year, so a couple of years back, they got on the train. It was seamless. They didn't have any of these issues. They enjoyed the train ride.
No, it's a beautiful ride.
Yes.
It was new.
Let me have Mohammed from Egbeda.
It's a beautiful ride, but the interaction.
No, I'm just saying the interactions, they didn't have anybody trying to collect cash from them. And they
Good morning, Mohammed.
So,
You there?
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
online.
My name is Mohammed from Egbeda.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I want to talk about the passport issue.
It's your view. Let it count. Go ahead, please.
The man that you called now, kindly ask him that if he's not collecting money from all his controllers, if you go to passport office, you have been experiencing this since 2015. All your guys, the controller, even in Ikoyi, the one in Ikeda, the one in First Town, they will collect 5,000 naira. Because they are the one that will issue the passports. They can issue maybe 100 paper in a day, times 5,000 naira. Go and do your investigations very well. All this that is seen on TV is nonsense. How they are doing it. The new one at Egbeda, if you go to that place,
Mr. Mohammed, how soon? You said 2015. But there's a new sheriff in town,
Yes.
so this is 2023.
Yes.
Are you telling me that what you
Yes.
experienced in 2015 is what is happening today?
It's still happening.
And which passport office?
when was the last time you went to the passport office?
The one at Ako, I was there yesterday.
Akowajo, okay.
say it's okay.
This security guy. You will go there by 5 o'clock. They have their own list already. If you get there by 5 o'clock, you say you are in number 1. They will not give you a paper to write your name that you came by number 1. So they will give you another paper to write your name. You that you came around 5 o'clock, someone will come around 10 o'clock, you see the person number is number 5. Why you that you came very early, your name will be on number 7 something. That is number 1. And before you even snap, if you go online and you give your own online, if you go to that place, say, online people come to this side, they will not attend to you because you did it online.
Okay.
They will not get money.
So this was yesterday, right, Mr. Mohammed?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want
So
them
we'll
to
pass
do
your
it for
information.
You have to pay the officer 20,000 before they will attend to you.
Okay. I'm glad you called in so that hopefully our...
Everybody that did his own online, they will put you aside.
Okay.
It's only people that they go through them that
you attend to.
They collect 50,000 from you. They will attend to. If the online people come to this side, they will not attend to you.
Gotcha. That's good feedback. So I'm sure they're hearing, and it's good for them to hear from you. And hopefully they can attend to Akowajo passport office. Hopefully they see some corruption going on there. Let's wrap up. I know a few comments here. Somebody here says that solution to the train situation: automate, pay online and get tickets, or use those machines in the train stations like ATM that issues your card to board. Even Kenya, they have this system. So this is all over the place. You can actually have them.
Exactly. So that's what I was going to say. If I blame government now, you will say I'm always blaming government. Government have to think outside the box. You have to think outside the box. It's not me that's going to think for you. You have to think, okay, I know I'm being cheated. I know my train is always full and the returns are not what. So start to think, okay, automate, cowrie, like what Lagos State is doing, the cowrie thing.
But the people must be part of it, because if people want to sabotage cowrie too, they'll sabotage it. It's not. We are the people to also have to have our responsibilities.
Okay,
I will find out from the place the cowrie is being issued. I can have somebody there who can manipulate things for me. Anything can be manipulated.
There's also
What I
a
want
good
to say is
thing.
that, Mariah, you're right about human beings will be human beings. And so we'll talk to, human beings. We need to do better. But also government needs to do better, especially in putting what's necessary. And not just against cheating. There's also security issues. Remember the abduction that happened and the thing that happened on the train?
Exactly.
And when the investigations came out, they said all the security things that they were supposed to put on, they did not do it, and yet lives were put on those trains. And see what happened. So it's not just, you're right, government, I don't even know if it's outside the box, because that should be part of the box.
It should be inside the box.
Yes, where you know that there may be loopholes, people will try to take advantage economically or security-wise.
I was in a train station when the lady complained that somebody was groping her in the train. It was Lagos to Ibadan. And there were uniformed men in the train who immediately tried to accost him, and they held him, and she was there shouting at him. So I don't know how effective, but I know I witnessed it, where she was shouting, he was groping me, he was touching me. And so the policemen who were not in uniform came out, held the man, and they all gathered around him and now to get somebody outside. So I know in the train station, some of them are there. But you just can't confirm how often they're there.
But remember, we're also talking about at the time when the investigations for that security, that abduction happened, they were trying to verify who were the people that got on the train. We found that some people who got tickets, some people on the train did not even have tickets.
They were not in the manifest.
Exactly. There were supposed to be cameras that would show you exactly the people that boarded the train. So that's what we're talking about. Yes, they've always said they've had physical security operatives in plain clothes within the train, but we should do more than that.
We must depart from the old way. So that train experience you talked about is the old one, this one that goes to Abeokuta from the Ikeja long road that used to operate. I used to take people from Alakukot in the morning to Yaba. That one had this popular experience of, standing, sitting, all of those experiences where people will complain of all of those things. We must go away from that. We must increase the timing. I remember this Abeokuta train when I took it, Lagos-Ibadan when I took it. The person in charge was introducing the train to us, saying that it was not working at the normal speed yet. That because of these people crossing into the rail lines, people crossing the rail lines and all of that, did not increase the speed to the normal capacity of those trains yet. So imagine that the trains are ones that move fast enough, they go and come on time, and they have proper schedule. Nobody will have to pay for standing and all of those ridiculous experiences.
We have to wrap up. Any comments on social media?
Yes, we have. We have on X. So, Honorable Ademola Alalade says, your view, the way to go with the train issue is to automate the process. If you want to travel by train, they should put a system in place so passengers can buy their tickets online. This will stop officers collecting direct cash from passengers. CCTV camera is also crucial. Ogumola Emmanuel says, payment control and monitoring is easy when properly planned. Track train movements and routes their destination, and make sure you can only gain entrance to the train station, to the train, through an access point that is well structured.
Okay, that's all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things as we have. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.